I'm gonna go through the cards that I just pulled out of an Orzhov Gatecrash guild box that I bought because I couldn't attend the pre-release. I'm actually gonna try the Boros deck. Incredibly enough, I'll have a video for what would have been my Orzhov deck, but boy, because I pulled the gigantic bomb Aurelia at a pre-release, I would just have to play this. I'm sorry, there's no way that I would have played Orzhov at the pre-release. So here's, I just wanted to highlight a very nice Gruul combo for which I did pull each one of the cards. I've read about this combo and I'm pretty sure I'm going to play it. So so the card is Disciple of the Old Ways, and it's a 2-drop creature, 2/2/2, with a red ability where it gains first strike until end of turn. So you already, if you add a red mana to this thing, it's already got first strike in green, which is really nice. Then you would also enchant it, and when you enchant it would get from Mapcat skills a 2-drop enchantment aura, +3, +0, and cannot be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So I just wanted to highlight that little combo and keep going. So there you have Aurelia. So I'm going to show you how I would have arranged the cards at the pre-release, even though I didn't attend it, for Boros deck building. So right there I have all of my white enchantment auras and sorceries and instants. I've got some of my red ones right here, and I've got a Boros Gilgit and a Boros Key Rune. So I already see that I have 5. I have 5 and 2. So I've got my 7 spells, but of course I wouldn't be able to pick anything unless I really wanted to exchange this artifact, Razor Tip Whip, for the spells. Now, as far as creatures are concerned, I've got right over there 6. I've got 6 right here. Got Aurelia, and I've got a total of 2, 4, 6, 8. So 14, 2 out of 16. I have just enough, really, because it's really nice to have 17 creatures and 6 other spells and 17 lands for a 40 deck. But hey, I've got also 3 artifact creatures in Armor Transport. I've got almost a playset out of this guild box. And so that would have been my deck. So I'm going to go through the creatures and see if I've got 17 very quickly. Again, if I'm pretending like I'm at the pre-release, I'm not really spending a great deal of time thinking through, because if I've already picked Boros, I'm going to go with almost every single creature that I pulled, even the heavies. So I've got my whites, and of course, what I'm going to say is, and I forgot the exact count, if I've got 18 or 19, I think my heavy 5-drop common is the one that I'm not going to include, NAF Squad Commandos. So I'm going to put the things that I'll probably pick out to the right. So I think these 5-drops, Guardian of the Gateless is a gigantic drop. So those 2 heavy drops I'm going to set aside. Then I'm just going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I have my 3 artifact creatures, I've got 16. So there you have it. I'm just going to pick one of these 2. So for these, I would say that the autofocus hates white cards. I would say between these 2, one's an angel, one's a human soldier. The NAF squad's got battalion, so it wins. I'm going Boros. I almost call him Goros. So there you have it. So those are my cards for the build. I'm going to have very heavy drops, 4-drop Fire Main Avenger, and Aurelia. So that's 2. NAF Squad is 3. My 3 artifacts is 6. And of course, it's got nice abilities. 6, then 7. Foundry Street Denizen, Halberdiers, True Fire Paladin, Ember Beast, Sky Knight Legionnaire, another battalion card, Daring Skyjack. Court Street Denizen is really an Orzhov card, but so what? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature an opponent controls. Now, the problem with using the Orzhov cards, of course, is that I will probably not be able to use Extort. I'd have to splash for black. So this would have been a somewhat weakened Boros deck, because I've got already 2 creatures with Extort that obviously came out of the Orzhov Guild pack. And so those I would have played just for the sake of having a creature. It would have effectively been vanilla as far as the Extort ability is concerned. Then for my 6 spells, I'm not going to count the Guildgate in that, because I would put the Guildgate with my lands. I would have used the Boros Key Rune, of course, one of them, which I pulled. And then I would have probably gone through just the 1-drops and 2-drops of anything else. So I think I've got I've got a 1-drop Enchantment Aura. It's got protection from multicolor. I would have played those 2, so I've got 2 already, 3 with the Key Rune. 4th would have been Aerial Maneuver. 5th would have been Smite. And then my 6th one would have been Furious Resistance. So there's only really 4 cards that I would not have played at the pre-release. Again, it's called limited for a reason. You end up playing, if you really pick it, especially in Return to Ravnica block, if you end up picking a guild, you're pretty much going to play every single card in your guild, and then you're probably going to add a couple of cards from another guild. And in this case, of course, what I think are my duds, if you will, even though they'd be really nice in Orzhov, are these 2 cards, because they've got Extort. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick rewind. This is already the completed deck. I'm going to do a quick count as well. So I'm going to say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm trying to pretend like I was at the pre-release. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Perfect. So I've got my, I think I did have my 17 creatures and my 6 spells. This would be the deck that I would have played. Okay, so I'm going to rewind it very quickly. Okay, Orzhov cards that I wouldn't have been able to use. I don't think there was a way that I could have splashed for black, because I didn't pull any of the one rare, the Thespian one, that allows you to play any color. And this is now Ravnica, so you're not going to play Chromatic Lantern, which really turns all your lands into any color. This is really great. I really love Chromatic Lantern. So these would be low drops that are really nice. Smite, destroy target blocked creature. The Legionnaire is a 3-drop 2/2, but it's got flying and it's got haste. That ain't bad. Again, white cards hate autofocus. Instant target creature gets +1/+1 and gets flying and first strike until end of turn. Guild Scorn Ward is a 1-drop enchantment aura. I love those 1-drops enchantment auras. And an enchanted creature has protection from multicolored. Again, just like when you read things from Kamigawa about spirits, protection from multicolored is something that you're gonna use within Return to Ravnica block, with a standard that has Return to Ravnica, but that's it. After that, it just goes into the pile of crap. Assault Griffin is a 4-drop 3/2 with a flyer. That can't be bad. Daring Skyjack has Battalion. Its Battalion ability is when this card and at least 2 other creatures attack, Daring Skyjack becomes a flyer until end of turn. It's a 2/3/1. That's not bad for a common card. The Paladin, it's got Vigilance, and it's got multiple Boros abilities in its text. So yeah, this is definitely a deck that I would have gone with. There's my free Fireman Avenger. So I'm going to put these cards back, and then I'm going to go through the right pile. Ember Beast can't attack or block alone. It's a 3/3/4. That's pretty good. I mean, you get a little bonus there in that 4 to do a little defending, even though you're not going to want to defend too much in the Boros deck. You're just going to want to attack every single time that you can. Woodjack Halberdiers, also Battalion, and its Battalion ability is against first strike until end of turn. Of course, Battalion is always triggered when this one and 2 other creatures attack. So you're always going to have 3 creatures. Just like you have Metalcraft in the Scars of Mirrodam block, you have to have 3 artifacts. In this case, it's all about having 3 creatures. Then, sorry about my throat. Armored Transport is a 3-2/1 artifact creature construct. Love the artifacts. Prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to Armored Transport by creatures blocking it. That's good. And I've got 3 of them. I already mentioned the NAS squad. And of course, there you have it. Aurelia. Nice pull.